I'm Vinny Politan. Thank you so much for joining us here on Closing Arguments. We've got a lot to get to this hour, but we will begin by opening up our unsolved case file. This is where we put a spotlight on a case that has not been solved, a case that needs some help, victims who need answers, investigators who need leads, and ultimately a sense of justice for people who've gone missing, for people who have been killed. Tonight, the story of a young man who was really a good Samaritan, who stepped in. He saw someone being assaulted and stepped in to help a fellow human being. And he's the one who ends up getting shot and killed. Our great affiliate, KMGH Denver 7, has the story tonight.
You might expect a bar called the Emerald Isle to be green or tropical inside.
His picture is right up on the wall. He's a Titans fan, so a Titans jersey up there as well.
But the decor here is more heartfelt.
Just bits and pieces kind of all throughout the bar.
For the man
He was one of the good ones.
who called this place his job, his second home, his second family.
He didn't have any enemies. Guy was very blessed. Like, never met a person that didn't like him. Just very heartwarming and gracious.
Not even good Samaritan, more like hero.
Bartender Kelly Acosta was shot and killed in February 2017, trying to intervene in a dispute at his Aurora apartment complex.
Even a good Samaritan, kind of thinks of the outcomes. Sometimes a hero just jumps in and does it.
So sadly, they still haven't found the people that killed him.
Years and months with no suspects, no descriptions, no arrests.
Years and still nothing, and hate to say it, but you start to not think that they'll find the person.
Aurora Police, Crime Stoppers, and other organizations are offering up to $36,000 for information. A fund from family and friends is adding thousands more.
The money is irrelevant. I feel like it's just the right thing to do, and that the people should speak up about it and do the right thing and do good by our buddy.
A buddy whose memory is alive on this wall, whose friends are trying to keep hope alive, that someone will come forward and say something about what happened.
I definitely think it would put you at peace a little bit. Nothing's going to bring him back, but it would be nice to know that the person that did it and took him from us, he or she or whoever it was, that they were put away and there was justice served for him.
All right, if you have any information, and it could be something that you just heard, somebody told someone else something and you heard it. Whatever it is, there's the number, 720-913-7867, 720-913-7867. That's the Metro Denver Crime Stoppers line. And think about it this way. It's not just getting an answer. It's not just delivering some justice, but you're also taking a killer off of the streets. They do it once, they could do it again. It's the right thing to do. And especially in a case like this, a young man like Kelly Acosta was just trying to help someone. Let's bring in our special guest. Joining me now, retired FBI Special Agent, Senior Lecturer at the University of New Haven, Kenneth Gray, back with us. Kenneth, great to see you.
Good to see you, Vinny.
I want to start here because I had an opportunity to speak with Kelly's best friend, Brittany Allen. Okay, I want you to listen to what she told us, and then let's talk about it.
Okay.
Brittany, do you know anything? Because it seems that if there's an altercation taking place, that maybe the woman who was there knew the man. Was there a connection? Was it a domestic situation, or was this maybe the middle of a robbery or something? Do we know the nature of exactly what was going on in the relationship there?
As far as I understand, what was said is that, so she was a dancer, worked at a local strip club here, and it sounds like she had been followed and was aware that she had been followed by this guy. So I'm not 100% sure if he followed her from the club. As far as I know, she told police that she had never seen him before. I would think that they checked at the club to see if he had used a credit card or anything, or if she could identify him on cameras. It's really frustrating that it kind of just came to a weird halt, and still 4 years later hasn't been any more information. And as far as I know, she moved out of state too, I think. So it's really strange. All of it is.
All right, Kenneth, to me, this is huge, right? I mean, you've got someone, you know who the suspect sort of is, right? Because you've got the eyewitness, the woman who's being assaulted, who Kelly Acosta goes in to save. He's the one who kills Kelly. So there's got to be a way you could piece that together.
So you only have the evidence that you collect at the time of the crime. And so as time goes on, this case becomes colder and colder. So this is going to be very difficult. They do need to re-interview the eyewitness there, the woman who was being harassed. She possibly could be interviewed using a cognitive interview technique to try to bring out memories of things that she may not recall at the time that she was first interviewed by police. But this really is a case that as time goes on, it becomes colder and colder, harder to solve.
Well, let's go back. Let's go to the time of the shooting, right? When the dancer is still there and all this information is coming to investigators. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of logical steps that you should take, and I would think that they would lead to something. If she's working in a club, there's got to be security cameras. There were a ton of people at the club. I know not everyone's going to want to admit that they were there, but there'll be bouncers and bartenders and other dancers, etc.
Right. We live in a surveillance society. There are cameras everywhere. So it doesn't have to be just the cameras inside the club. There are cameras on the street. There are cameras in banks. There are cameras on light poles. There are cameras in people's personal security systems. But they don't all go to one feed. So you have to go out and collect up that information. That's why I said you only have the evidence that you collect at the time of the crime. If it wasn't collected at that time, that evidence is gone.
And if she's being assaulted by this man, and I don't know if it was a verbal assault or if it got physical, but if it got physical, I mean, at the time that you're interviewing this dancer, I would think the local authorities would say, all right, did he touch you? Did he hit you anywhere? Is there any way to attempt to get some sort of touch DNA or something like that from the victim of the assault?
So we don't know exactly what the police learned in the process of doing their interview. Apparently, they didn't learn the identity of the shooter, but touch DNA, you can get off of evidence that was collected at that time. If clothing wasn't collected, if something else the shooter may have touched wasn't collected at that time, there's nothing to process at this point. It doesn't matter how the technology changes. If you didn't collect the evidence at the time of the crime, there's nothing there to work on.
And the way it was described by Brittany Allen from the dancer, someone who followed her. So this would be someone who's kind of on the fringe, right? It didn't seem like it was a robbery. He wasn't there with a friend. So this person may be the only one who knows. He might be sort of a loner, right? Hangs out at strip clubs and then tries to stalk dancers afterwards.
Right. It definitely is not going to be somebody that you're going to find without moving in those circles. The dancer, the eyewitness, is the only one that really has information that could solve this case.
You know, the other place I would look, right? And I'm just a TV guy here, Kenneth, the guy's done the job, but would it make sense to talk to other dancers to see if they've ever been stalked by someone and whether or not there were other cases where maybe there were, he may even have been charged in the past with doing something like this. I mean, that seems like another avenue to go down here.
That certainly does sound like an avenue to go down. The situation, though, is such that how much manpower do you put into this case? How much focus do you make on this case, especially now that it's 4 years old? A 4-year-old cold case is not going to get very much attention. Right now, they're waiting for a lucky break, for that person to come forward that maybe the shooter talked to. Maybe the shooter's in jail somewhere and talked to somebody, and somebody in jail might have that information. But unless they have a lucky break, this case is not going to be solved at this point.
And is there, you don't have the weapon, but would there be any sort of ballistic evidence that you could use to maybe catch that break at some point if that gun is used in another crime?
Absolutely. So ATF is part of this investigation. ATF was part of the offering of the reward. So ATF is the right agency to be assisting as far as any ballistics go. There's a possibility of ballistics, but we don't know. We, not being part of this case, don't know exactly what the police have as far as the round that was taken away out of Kelly's body.
All right, we posted this asking people to share it because once again, investigators are going to need that break, and that break can come from anywhere. I mean, to me, it seems like the victim of the assault, she's out of state now, so maybe this will remind her or perhaps whoever this guy was. People posted some comments. Linda tonight wrote, "A hero. I pray they find his murderer soon. 36,000 is a lot. Somebody knows something. I hope they do the right thing and give this hero justice for his family and friends. Thanks for showing his story." What are your thoughts about rewards?
So I think rewards are, in certain cases, very useful. It can motivate a person to come forward and provide information that they might not be willing to do in the first place. But the police are not the ones that offer the reward. The police are the ones who facilitate the reward. For federal cases, the U.S. Attorney's Office, the state prosecutors for state cases like this here, they are involved in the process also. People there at the bar where Kelly worked also kicked in. So the money comes from various sources, but they can often open up that valve that may have been closed. It might cause the person to come forward with that one piece of information you need to actually make this into a hot case again.
Teresa, tonight, maybe someone will remember something or maybe afraid to talk at the time. Prayers there is justice for him and his family. And I think this may apply to the victim of the assault the most. It's still possible that maybe she knew this guy, but was so afraid of him that she was afraid to speak out. So to me, I think it would be worthwhile to reach out and recontact her because maybe circumstances have changed. Maybe whoever that guy was that maybe she knew, maybe he's in prison now, or maybe there's been some other development there, if in fact she knew him.
She is the eyewitness. She is the person that we know of that could provide information that she may not have provided the first time. Like I said, there is a possibility of using some technique like a cognitive interview where you walk the person through the crime, put them into different aspects physically, have them tell the story backwards. That way it might trigger their memory and come up with that one piece that you need to actually solve this case.
Kenneth Gray, retired FBI special agent, senior lecturer at the University of New Haven. Thank you so much. Always great to have you on the program.
Thank you, Benny.